How you doing on this fine day, folks? It's your boy here, Arturo from Dream Build Live, of course, partner in ecotech.net and flightplan.us, where all we do is help people take ideas, create them, and develop the hell out of dream businesses. And of course, if you have a business, man, you need to give us a call, because what we do for you is help you grow the hell out of it. And I ain't talking about followers, I'm talking about money. Anyway, listen, folks, the reason I wanted to talk to you today, I get a ton of questions, about people's businesses that are struggling, early on businesses, people that have been around 10, 15 years call us. And, it seems to be that a lot of the reasons why people get into business, start and fail, and even existing businesses fails because, it seems to boil down often to one thing, right? Now, there's a lot of other reasons, and of course, everybody's a snowflake. So if you're not sure exactly what's going on with yours, take a look down there and claim your free consultation with me or one of my monsters. But anyway, what I come to find is that a lot of people do something, and I get it, and I get the logic behind it. They have a product, an idea, a concept, a service, and they go out, find a similar company, and try to copy that model. And by the way, there is nothing wrong with that. If you're familiar with anybody, Jim Rohn, a lot of these people, they'll tell you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and they're completely right about that. Now, that said, you do run the risk of one thing. If you're going to be copying everything from a model, you end up falling into a white noise, right? And I think about this like, I spent a lot of time singing and entertaining, and I remember when I was really young, my early teens, and I was singing, I would try to emulate and sound like somebody else, right? And this older gentleman said to me, I was doing a Tony Bennett song or something, one of my favorites. And he said, listen, you did a great job, but I want to tell you something. If you want to pretend and sound like Tony Bennett, as good as you are, you will always be second best, because you are not Tony Bennett. The gentleman was right. So I'm going to say the same thing to you about you and your business model. Now, I get it. You took a lot of the good things, and that's listen, again, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Tony Bennett is the man, but I'm never going to be Tony Bennett, all right? So if you're copying another retailer, an online shop, a service company, whatever it is you're doing, yes, take some of the good, take some of those pieces. Of course, there's some core foundations you can utilize, in your pursuit, of your business and its growth. However, you can't be it all that way. You have to find a way to be unique. You have to break through the white noise. You have to have your personality, your vision. Your flavor has to be all over that thing. What it is that you're doing and why. Why you? What's the message? What's the brand? What's the value? What is it that you do that is going to get us to utilize you and your services? Now, you got to think about that. Again, and I've talked about this. If I said this once, I've said it a million times. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about your company. And nobody cares about your services and products. They care about a result, right? So I wanted to give you a couple brief pointers here and things for you to go back, put pen to paper, brainstorm it with your mastermind group. If you don't have one, listen, join ours. It's launching very soon. So the first thing you got to realize is people act, buy, and do business with people they like, and they buy emotionally. So when you're talking about what you do, your brand, what's the message? What is the emotion that you evoke in your, hopefully fans, right? And anybody who's not in the know, we want fans. We don't want customers. So what is it? What is that special sauce that you have? How are you creating those feelings in others? Now, again, I think I've used this example 3 million times when people, on a shoe commercial, something as simple as that, or a commercial for a restaurant. They don't just show you a picture of a hamburger. They show you people having a blast, having fun, singing, dancing, clanging glasses, drinking the beer, and just having a wonderful time, So, and that gives you a feeling. So what is the feeling surrounding your brand? What is the feeling you evoke when you speak to people on the phone, your prospects? What is that clear message when somebody walks into your retail shop or gets on your online store? What is the feeling? that you're trying to create. And more importantly, you should know the demographic you're approaching. Okay, so what is the feeling that they need to have to take action to make a purchase? I'm going to say that again. Think about your audience. What is the specific feeling that you believe that you need to create in order to get someone to pull the trigger and make that deal, make that sale? Think about it. Do you have an answer? If you don't have an answer and you're about to go to market, or if you don't have an answer and worse, you're in the market and you're right now thinking about, why is my business struggling? Why am I not growing like I thought? My products are great. My services are excellent. That's probably your answer. That's probably your answer. So this is something you need to put a lot of time and thought and energy into. And I'm going to give you a couple basics on how to start. And then actually, I'll tell you what, I'll give you an example of how I approach it, how we approach it, through our businesses, and, what we believe we're doing that's working. And I'll tell you, the results speak for themselves. One of these days, I'm going to put out some of the fan videos we have if I ever get to it. I'm so busy focused on my clients, I'm not doing my own work. Anyway, so start from the beginning. Look at your prospect, okay? And if you've taken a look at any of the other videos, we talk about creating a profile, a winning target profile, okay? A likely target profile, all right? So if you haven't seen that, start from there, take a look at that, and let's figure out who the audience is we're seeking first. Now, I want you to think about this. For instance, all right? If you're selling retail goods, especially if these are commodity items you can get anywhere, think about who you're selling it to. Now, if you're selling this to, teenagers, the feeling you're trying to create is probably a lot different than if it's something that you're selling to seniors, okay? It's very different from a feeling that you want to create if it's a business service, for instance, things like we do for people who are looking to do startup companies, or people who are already existing that just want to grow the hell out of the business. Obviously, my message and the way I want to make you feel, the emotion I want to evoke from people is very different, from somebody, again, selling hot dogs on a stand, right? So with that, you need to take a good deep dive into that. And there's a couple ways you can do this, right? Again, you can utilize, other people's examples to improve your own concept. So I'll tell you what, if you're doing a certain type of retail shop, again, you can go and take a look at other people's models, all right, and see what they're doing, but don't stop there. Learn how to build off of those concepts. Learn how to put, again, your flavor, your feelings, your emotion, the reasons why you're doing what you're doing, and again, crafting that message to get those feelings out of those people, to get them ultimately to act. Now, we are going to be talking about, progressing sales cycles. That's more on the enterprise space. And check out that video too, because believe it or not, even for small businesses that are managing customer sales, you can adapt all those messages for your own purposes as well. And if you have questions, as always, claim your consultation. Know in your heart, though, you speak to us, you're going to buy something. I'm just letting you know, fair warning. Anyway, so I'll tell you a little bit about our own concepts here, our own messages. Early on, when people are in a position where they're starting a business, this may be you, right? Or have a lot of concepts, a lot of great ideas, and aren't quite ready. They may be on that fence to take that first step and open up that dream business and grab hold of their own future and their lives and leave a mark when they're gone. You see those statements I make right there? Grab hold of your future. Make a mark. Leave something great behind. What's going to be different in the world because you came this way? You can do it. You see those words I use? They're powerful words. Now, truth of the matter is, I believe everything that comes out of my crazy mouth because it's true. But the point of the matter is, I want to create a feeling of inspiration. I want to create a feeling of, damn it, yes, I can do this shit. I want you to be so hungry, so motivated, that you're ready to just eat someone's fucking face when you're done talking to me. Sorry, I get a little passionate. But why is that important? Why is that important? Because people who are starting a business are scared. And oftentimes, They don't have the people surrounding them that are giving them the belief that they need. So they need somebody like me, because when sometimes you need to believe in someone else's belief in you and your business. And I'll tell you something else. Since we're very picky and choosy with who we work with, we pick winners. And in advance, please know, and I get people who get mad all the time, no, not every one of you is going to get the pleasure of working with us, because we bet on winners. We put a ton of work in with people, and it's not only up to us. So we only play with people who are serious. We only play with winners. We bet on winning horses because we know we can achieve the results with winners. So, people innately realize when we have selected to work with them, when we have chosen to do business with them and partner with them and mutually invest in success, they know we actually believe in them. So why do I talk this way? Why do I say these words to people? Because without that initial belief, without that passion, without overcoming that doubt, they're not going to act. They're not going to move forward. And yeah, you know what? Either way, we're going to make money, right? And I'm going to close the overwhelming majority of deals. But that's not why we do this, man. We do this because we want to make an impact. And we want, a dream, build, live community, a nation of people out there changing the world, changing their lives, one business at a time, and not depending on someone else for your food, not depending on someone else for your life, that 9-to-5 bullshit grind. So think about what I'm telling you. Think about the message that, we create. Now, again, don't be fraudulent. Be authentic. If you don't believe your own shit, no one else will either. That's called being a scumbag. So be clear about what it is you do. Be clear about that message, and think about who you're speaking to and what the intent is of outcomes. Think about that. Think about what's going to motivate them, what's going to move them, what's going to touch them in their heart, what's going to change their minds. That's what you got to do. You got to be out there changing hearts and minds. And I don't care if you're selling pickles. They better be the best damn pickles ever. So think about what I said today. Think about what I said and put some time into this. Now remember, as always, check us out. Hope you found some value at iamdbl.com, at ecotech, ECCOTECH.net, and flightplan.us. Claim your free consultation. Let's launch that business. Let's grow the fuck out of your existing business. When you're ready and you're not playing and you're serious, you want to win, check us out. Dream, Build, Live.